twinkling stars, and somehow we'd manage to live happily ever after in a world where the page numbers never passed 15, and I'd go to sleep knowing that somewhere someone was living my dream.
But like all stories,
Disillusion reaches the end.
Say goodbye to Kansas.
And forget the yellow brick road.
Welcome to reality.
Where fairy tales translate into broken promises. Make-believes lie only in the assumption that life is fair. And our far-off lands are our aspirations that are far beyond the glass ceiling, clear as day but are seemingly unreachable. Days upon days of dreaming. Is there a story for us?
The true dreamers, the characters of the everyday. Tasting the cigarette smoke freshly puffed in our faces, riding through broken neighborhoods with hopeless faces, the dreamers.
The future.
Living in a world of babies having babies, rolling dice in trees more than we roll ballpoint pens across pieces of paper. Trapped in a world where life ends on page 17 in a hoodie with the taste of iced tea and Skittles so fresh on our breath that we are reminded innocence belongs to no one. Welcome to the world of bruised kneecaps and mouths full of shame. You're the new trending topic on Twitter. I wonder, did Cinderella ever end up on Twitter with remixes about her glass slippers outside of the Prince's Ball?
This is not the lesson that Mother Goose left for us to realize. Instead of running away from spiders, we're dodging bullets and failed expectations for success. I mean, if Arthur was able to pull the sword from the stone, then why can't I pull my dreams into existence?
Belief was never wrong, just the assumption that it would amount to anything more than wishing that wishing was enough.
More than clicking our heels 3 times.
One, two, three.
And magically getting back to that place where we all felt safe.
I once believed in Once Upon a Time.
I once believed in possibilities of endless possibilities.
But until the real hero arrives,
we'll make do with picture books
where we all live happily ever after. Or do we?
Growing up, my father taught my sisters and I a lot about obedience and the consequences that can arise if we don't listen. Wash your hands before you eat, or else you can get sick. Listen to your teachers, or else you can miss an important lesson.
Take off your clothes after school, or else you can watch me do it for you.
He says we all follow the rules. We can't very well go and break them now, can we?
Amy, you look like your mother on the worst days. The worst days consist of broken dishes, love taps, and makeup sex, but your mother is dead now, and she handed down her white coat to you, so it's time for you to take the lead. Here, you can wear her bra now too, and while I undo my jeans, it's time for me to plant a tombstone inside of you.
I can feel her turning in her grave every time you turn the lights down. Dimming chandeliers always reminded me of royal balls. He always calls me princess.
I still call her princess.
He has his way with all 3 of us, but I'm crown favorite daddy. This isn't checkers. Please don't king me anymore. I no longer want to be heir to the throne. Sit upon your lap and show my pussy cat traits. Please don't pet me like that. I'm sick of you making a clean getaway.
Every time we
wash away
bathe.
Evidence of these after-school activities. I've never felt so ashamed of my jeans, especially when they lie on your bedroom floor.
Your older sisters, I've had them too, but you are my favorite. You know it's true. Touching you feels like hell on earth to me. But does it make me a monster? Nothing less than a sinner for trying to break you into heaven. And I know you hope this God-finding in between your legs won't take all afternoon, but shh. Princess, obey your father. Don't cry too loud or else I have to even out your mother's features on your face. Don't kill the lights of your body. I just want to see how your soul glows in the dark with the TV on and the hormones dressed in suicide lights, which these climaxes between you and I will feel as happy as cartoons and homework. I will help you with the math and subtracting all the things you can never ever say to anyone else. These answers will be a subliminal suicide note or cry for help if only some teacher reads them right
through me.
Everyone sees right through me.
The only reason I wear this white coat is to encourage this facade of purity white, the symbolism of virgins white, the absence of color and the absence of a mother. Let's add some color to these walls. Give me a reason to hold pink in my cheeks while I drown in these white sheets. Bury me in white. It's an angel's favorite color. And all little girls were once angels before demons broke their hearts.
You look like your mother, with that thin disguise, your opening mouth and shutting eyes, and the way you hate me, and the way I love you, beyond emotion, but just physical enough for me to sit you on your lap or your knees and open your mouth and or legs in. How I know this blood is thicker than water, so I make your adolescent body bleed. Screw the holy water. The church steeple is in your waist, and the communion there was way better at school.
I am the classroom's corpse.
Your walk home is a funeral procession, and I can't wait for you to enter the graveyard that is our home. I'll be the flies ready to eat you. Flesh and soul, and the smile of your eyes like a porch light will welcome this broken sinner home. I bet you wish your halos weren't light bulbs, and that your skirts weren't like a broken escalator, because I got something like a toolbox in these daddy jeans that'll fix you into running right broken, and this is the only way I can ever truly love you, baby girl.
but we're all trying to be pure. It isn't a very easy thing now, is it?
No, it isn't. And you will take these family secrets to the grave.
Are you hurt?
I'm hurt.
Are you hurt?
I'm hurt.
You hurt?
Girl, I am hurt.
He broke my heart. We've been together for
2 days.
7 minutes and 27 seconds.
and I'm already in love with him.
I love him more than life itself.
He's the salt to my pepper.
The wind beneath my wings.
He's the peanut butter to my jelly.
The butterflies in my belly. He just makes me want to sing.
I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control. There's something takes over me.
I remember our first date like it was yesterday.
Girl, because it was yesterday.
He picked me up in his red broken down Chevy. He didn't have to blow for me, but I knew it was him by the sound of screeching tires. Skirt!
As we cruise down the street, we slowly arrive to our destination.
It only took 5 minutes.
40 seconds.
14 milliseconds.
Parked in the driveway at McDonald's on 27th and Capitol, he told me I could get anything I wanted. Maybe even supersize it.
How dreamy.
We stayed in the parking lot because he wanted to be alone with me. His pop-out radio had got stolen weeks before, so we ate in awkward silence. Our eyes soon met, and from that moment we began to connect. He leaned over and we started kissing and touching.
And rubbing.
He said that he loved me and I was the only one for him. And before I knew it, I was on the back seat. I lost my virginity that day and I'll never forget it.
2 minutes later, we were on our way back to my house.
The best 2 minutes of my life.
Gas tank on E, he asked me for some gas money, and I gave him every penny that I had because I would do anything for the one that I love. Everything's better when you're in love.
30 minutes later, I called him to see if he made it home safely. He didn't answer, so I just figured he was asleep.
I saw him in school today, and he walked right past me like he didn't even know I existed. I yelled his name out and scurried behind him like a little lost puppy. Earl, come back!
He looked back, new chick on his arm, friend beside him and said,
Girl, why you buzzing?
I said, who is this?
That's just my cousin.
Tears streamed down my face. I couldn't believe what just happened. My first love lied to me.
I remember when he used to be the one for me, my knight in shining armor,
My Prince Charming.
My lover.
my best friends,
My
everything. And now I have nothing, and all hope is lost, and I'll never find another guy that treated me the way he did.
But right when I thought all hope was lost, the
Tall.
Handsome.
guy approached me.
I turned into a nervous wreck because he's the guy I've been waiting for, the one of my dreams.
We made small talk and he gave me his number. I was so anxious to talk to him that I texted him in class.
He asked me out, and at the end of the day, he met me by my locker.
So my boyfriend of
5 hours.
3 minutes and 49 seconds.
went to McDonald's.
And
maybe, just maybe, he could be the one.
Let's talk about love.
See, growing up, I always heard that love hurts, and I finally figured out what that meant because he says he loves me, but then he hits me, leaving bruises all over my body. I illustrate his affection only because I love him. And while I'm on the subject of love, I always heard the more the merrier, so let's add another and create this triangle because he says he loves me too.
I don't understand why someone as beautiful as you could ever mimic Rihanna and share a piece of your chocolate-covered cake with the man with no heart in the first place when it could have been saved for our anniversary. It's been a year later and I still hear voices of screams echoing the choice you made.
Well, I don't understand why you're critiquing when you only want a piece of my cake too, and just because it's split in two doesn't mean I'll give a piece to you because everything belongs to him, harvesting my diamonds and pearls and anything else he finds in my temple.
This man is not your king, so please don't give him the power to reign over a temple he destroyed. I can only imagine parts of your once sacred palace defiled and structures collapsed into ruins. You believe what he expressed to you is love, but is only hate. He was the devil's miner, thirsting for blood diamonds. Baby, please don't make a mistake in waiting for his never-ending terror to get better.
You're saying all these oh so sweet things, and yeah, they're dancing at my ear gates, but answer me a few things. What exactly is hate, and how do you distinguish which from which? Because with love, you should be willing to do all things, even if it requires requires a couple broken bones, bruises, and bloodshed. Splat, splat, splat. I am a masterpiece of love. What has you so blinded that you can't even see true happiness?
I never seen a man wreck a canvas just as he did yours. I might have been blind, but I could still see colors. You would have never found pleasure in an insecure boy because that vessel was hopeless. You might as well just have gone on and just to find another vessel because love was endless with me, and you could have stuck with me because I loved you more than he could have ever done.
Let's rewind, because what you said sounded a lot like lust and not love, and love, that's all I ever hear. Tell me your definition of it, because in my perception, my relationship was the reflection of love. Through thick and thin, we stood together, and I always thought my skin was kind of thick, enough to take enough hits and bruises until I was proven wrong. I guess my skull must have been cracked long before the day that I died, because I always had the crazy misconception that since love was associated with red, and red was the color of blood, every time I bled, I thought I was shedding love.
You should have let me show you what love is.
How would you have shown me?
I would have shown you by respecting your temple and everything in it.
I feel like you're wasting your breath, because can't you see there's nothing no longer broken about
What
it?
about your heart?
What about it?
Love must have broken it, and he must have never have loved you because all I saw was a relationship filled with lust.
What's the difference between love and lust?
Love is what would have happened if you would have trusted me.
Trusted you? You're a man and all men are dogs, and so I have no doubt that you would have done the exact same thing he did to me.
You could have done better, left him and been with me.
Should've, could've, but I didn't.
He stole your heart from me.
And he ended my life. But you should know, on the day that I died, I finally realized that I was shedding my love for the wrong person.
Yes, love does hurt, but it should never kill.
Declaration of his word.
Creativity was superb.
He gon' make it.
It be higher than the sky fiend bird.
See, hip-hop was his outlet.
Raw lyrics, don't you doubt
He
that.
the best.
Don't knock him.
Forget the rest.
They couldn't stop
He
him.
on steel toes, so them boat movers wouldn't rock him. They was coming at his
They
head.
had him shook like maracas.
Bent up like seeds.
Or S.
Can't you see? He said, yo, I ain't playing no game.
I'ma make something to me.
So headphones bang music.
Thinking must got confused.
He pushed electric flow.
Anonymous metric fold.
That means when he spit, you got shocked like electricity poles. He said, yo, I'm lyrically unstoppable.
Forget what the haters say.
I push flows that bring life.
I can lyrically wake the dead.
So the punchline mechanics
got the dope rappers frantic.
and anxiety attacks, so he flow like the Atlantic. It was the friction of the rhyme.
Cause colossal burning time.
Best believe he heating mics up like flames you can't find. Not stopping ever,
Cause
ever.
the punchlines he spit
Won't
get
no,
better,
never ever. So sick.
so clever.
When poetry, he made the rap game change like the weather. He was getting too
And
geek.
he knew and he seen.
He wanted to keep going.
No, they wasn't ready for the heat.
He wanted to keep going.
It was his life, he stayed flowing.
Vocabulary scary, so the words they wasn't knowing.
Vocabulary scary, so the words I wasn't knowing.
But click, bang, bang, all you heard was click, clack, bow, bow, bow. No way needed but the sounds of a 50 cal.
One to the
They
leg.
caught one to the back, and $1 billion rap career ended like that.
Please put your hands together for King. Give it up for King. In third place with a score of 114.9, please put your hands together for Riverside. In second place with a score of 115.1, put your hands together for Washington. And for a third year in a row with a 117.3, put your hands together for arts. Give it up for High School of the Arts. Come get your trophy. Come on up.